So my wife and I, we decided actually that we weren't gonna have any kids. So last summer, we decided that we would get a vasectomy. I don't know if you know much about vasectomies, but she did not do a whole lot, okay? I did most of the heavy lifting on that one, I gotta be honest. Got it done in New West, which seemed like an appropriate place for dreams to die. Some New Westers in the house, okay? Just me walking around. I don't think I should bring up kids in this world. So I went, and I don't know if anybody here has had a vasectomy or you've had a procedure done similar to this, but it's always the same, right? You go in there, and the first thing that happens is the nurse comes in, and she gives you instructions, right? So she comes in, she goes, okay, I want you to take your pants off. I'm like, okay, so I take my pants off, right? Then she says, okay, take your pants and bring them down to your ankles. I was like, well, can I just take them right off? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, I don't know if you know this about me, but my ankles are not my shy part. Everything's already shown, you know what I mean? Like, let the boys have some air. Have a good time, they're playing today, you know what I mean? Like, is that a thing? Do people go to nude beaches, leave their shirt on, then take their underwear and just bring it down to their ankles? I don't show everything, I ain't a fucking weirdo, okay? I'm a shirt ankle cocker, all right? So then, the next thing they do is they take your guy and they take a rubber band, right? And they put on that and they take a weight and then they like tie him off to the side. All right, I saw some of your girls' faces like, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, guys? They tie him off to the side, right? Maybe around the back a little bit. Get a little lumbar support. You know what I'm talking about, right? That's how I sleep at night, Doc. You take your time, all right? Okay. And I guess they have to do that because there's been too many times during the procedure where the doc has kind of reached in and then the guy's been like, hey, what's going on? We partying? You know? My time to shine. Let's have some fun, you know? And the doc's got to be like, no, man, not now, not now. Look away. You do not want to see what's happening to your friends right now. Look away. Right? So then the next thing that happens is the doctor comes in, and he's got to give you anesthetic, right? So he comes in, he's got a tiny needle, and he goes, okay, I'm going to give you the anesthetic, and he just jams that in your nuts. And if you're wondering, it fucking hurts a lot, actually. There's no getting around it. I don't think that the anesthetic should be the most painful part of the procedure, right? Couldn't we start with a cream for a little while, maybe, or like an ice cube? Hey, go ahead, doc, have a good time, you know what I mean? Something like that. So then the next thing he does, he goes, okay, I've got a bigger needle. I'm gonna put that in, but you shouldn't feel anything because it's frozen. I'm like, no problem. So he takes the bigger needle and he jams it in. I'm like, ah! He goes, oh, sorry, I went too soon. I was like, well, what was your fucking hurry, doc? You got a golf game you need to get to? Is that it, huh? Maybe get a little test first. How about, hey, bag tag? If I don't kick you in the face, have at it. And then I figured out that's why I gotta leave the underwear on so you can't kick him in the face. Okay, I get it. Doc Broken Nose and Nurse Ratchet, you've worked together before. Okay. Okay. So then, this is 100% true. If anybody here has had a vasectomy, you can back me up on this. Before you get a vasectomy now, they send you an email and they give you a pamphlet of what to expect before, during, and after your vasectomy, right? And in the email and in the pamphlet, there's only one item that you need to know that's in bold print. One item, it says this. It says that after your vasectomy, do not ejaculate for 7 days. Because the area needs time to heal, and you could really mess up your testicles long term, right? So you have to be very careful not to do that. But as soon as you walk in the doctor's office, the first thing the nurse says is, oh, did you read, do not ejaculate for 7 days? Then they give you a sheet of paper, and you have to initial beside it that says, I will not ejaculate for 7 days. Then when the doctor comes in and goes, oh, did the nurse tell you? Do not ejaculate for 7 days. When you walk out, the girl at the front desk is like, hey, you, no, 7 days. Because that's how little they trust men to not masturbate. It could mess up their balls for life, and apparently guys were still walking out there going, did he say 5 days? I think he said 5 days. You know what, I'm a fast healer. I'm pretty sure 3 days is all I need. You know what, I'm triple vaxxed. 1 day is probably fine.
Like that? There's more where that came from. I picked out a couple more clips I think you'll enjoy. Oh, and don't forget to hit subscribe to get the latest content from the Snowed in Comedy Tour.